Hi, this is the Vantage Lite manufactured by the Brand Keromic Company.
To turn the device on and off, you touch the upper left-hand button. Our technique is head pointing, or also known as head tracking, but for the sake of time and for this video, we're going to demonstrate the functions of the Vantage Lite through direct selection. You can identify when the battery is fully charged when the graph has mostly blue-green lines. A few yellow and red lines may be present. It is important to identify when the battery is low because you cannot store information when this is the case. When there are only yellow and red lines present, the battery is low. When there are only red lines, the battery is almost dead and the device will be shut down. With this being said, the device should be plugged in when there are no green lines left in the graph. When the device is charging, the battery indicator light should be flashing. Though we're demonstrating use of the Vantage Lite through direct selection, if you wanted to change the access method, you would hit the toolbox button and then go to Selection Technique menu and change the selection technique by pushing these arrows. On the Vantage Lite, there are 6 different page displays. These include 4, 8, 15, 45, 60, and 84 button location displays. To access these, you click on the toolbox, choose Overlay menu, and here are the different options. Depending on the user's needs, there are 29 different overlays available. These allow the user to choose from a variety of options depending on their vocabulary. We will now show you how to add more vocabulary or personalize existing vocabulary to the system. On the Vantage Lite, the overlays have 2 kinds of vocabulary stored in them. There are the core vocabulary and the activity row vocabulary. To add a button, hit Toolbox, Modify Page, and here you can choose the page you want to modify. For this demonstration, we're choosing Books, and the button we're creating is for the 3 little pigs. Here you choose the key in which you'd like to define and hit Spell Text for Message. This is the message that will be spoken when the button is hit. After this, to change the appearance of the button, we'll hit Change Icon. And then change label. This is what will be displayed on the button. After this, you push OK. We have created a button for the Books page. To access this button, you hit the Pages button, hit the word Books, and find our button.
The 3 little pigs.
To record one's own speech into digitized speech, there are many different steps. The first step is to decide what you want to say and the icon sequence you want to use. After doing this, open the toolbox. Once you are looking at the toolbox, activate the Store Core key and the icon sequence you would like to use. After this, press OK. Then activate the type of message until you see the word recorded. If you would like to include written text that will be displayed while your message is spoken, activate the Spell to Text Display button and type in what you would like to be seen. Once you have done this, press the Record Message key and press and hold the Record Message key until you have finished recording.
Work.
Listen to the recording after you have done all of this to make sure you are happy with what you have recorded.
Work.
Here is where we will demonstrate how to change the characteristics of the Vantage Lite, such as the voice and the loudness. To be able to do this, you have to find the speech menu. So to do that, you touch the toolbox and go to the speech menu button. Here you can change the synthesizer, the voice, the average pitch, the rate of speech, and the prompt voice and pitch range. To change the loudness, you can do so in the toolbox with the speech volume up and the speech volume down buttons. You also have the option of turning the speech completely off. This Vantage Lite system has an infrared sensor on the front of the device. Others do not, and if this is the case, you may have to use an external device plugged in on the right side of the case. There can be many changes made to the access method of head pointing. To get here and make these changes, you go to the toolbox and you click on the Selection Technique menu and you go to head pointing. Here you can change the acceptance time, the horizontal and vertical adjustments, and the pointer color and other options for head pointing. There are ways to access environmental controls such as TV, phone, DVD, and more using the Vantage Lite. This works through an infrared signal. To do so, you go to the Toolbox menu, you hit the IR Setup menu button. You can add a device, modify a device, delete a device, or rename a device. We are going to show you how to access a TV using environmental controls in the Vantage Lite. So you push Add a Device. Here you type in the name for the device, push OK, and then you type in what you want the TV to do. So here we want it to turn on. You push OK. When you see this page, point your remote toward it to finish programming the environmental control. At this time, there's no signal present. To create a backup of a user setup or page onto a flash drive, we will use the Transfer Memory menu on the toolbox. If you want to do this, insert a flash drive into the USB port on the right side of the device. This is also where the external head pointer can be plugged in if needed. If the auto option is not already set for the MTI method, select that now. Then select Save One User Area and select the area you want to save. If not already done, you will type in a name for the MTI file. You will know the area has been saved when a dialog box appears to tell you when the transfer has been completed. You have the option to load and save an icon, a page, the user area, or the entire device onto your flash drive. When learning or using a device, there are usually many questions. If this is the case, technical support is available and can be reached in several ways. You can call tech support at 800-262-1990. They can be reached Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. On Saturday and Sunday, they are available from 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern. You can also visit them on the web at www.supportprintrom.com or email them at service@printrom.com. When you call tech support, you can expect to hear an automated message. This message will ask you to press 1 if you would like to speak to a representative. This will send you to another automated message where you are asked to enter a number depending on the device you are calling about. At this point, we were placed on hold for over 20 minutes. The system did tell us that there were 4 callers ahead of us. Because this number never changed during the 20 minutes, we decided to hang up and try again at a later time. When we tried to call tech support the second time, we navigated through the same automated system. This time we were able to talk to a representative immediately. We think this may have been dependent on the time of day. When we called yesterday, we were put on hold for over 20 minutes. Today, we called in the morning and did not have to hold. The representative was helpful and able to answer all of our questions.
Thanks for listening. Hope you learned something about this device.